This is not going to be like last week. Match their intensity, bring a little bit more.
You know, momentum's a funny thing. You get a little bit of that behind you, and you can surprise some people.
Brendan Nick turns. Logan Wisniewski turns on the jet. Ryan Brown again. Conrad out for a two-ball. Sowers, one of the best players in collegiate history, is back. The PLL on ESPN, powered by Sun Clarella, continues from Connecticut. 3 great games here on the campus of Fairfield U. 1 still to go, and you know what they say. You save the best for last. It's Chrome and Waterdogs. The All-Star break into the second half of the season. Can Chrome sustain this success? Connor Farrell, Jake Withers, we are underway in our 4th and final game of the weekend. Farrell wins the face-off. Terefenko trying to control possession, but the Waterdogs win it back with Courier. Out there, rookie sensation, number 1 pick, Logan Wisniewski is trying to continue their strong start to the season, but it's Michael Sowers and Waterdogs that strike first. We just talked to him under the helmet, and he delivers to start this game.
He does, and what he told us under the helmet was you have to win those little battles. Off ball is part of the little battles. Going against JT Giles Harris one-on-one, he's an eraser. He's like a lockdown corner in the NFL. Beat him while he's ball watching, and that's what Michael Sowers does. He sees the back of the helmet of JT Giles Harris, and he scrapes low and finds that opening.
Yo, we got
Field. Wisniewski owns the left.
Trying to thread the needle. Huge hit on Ryan Brown. That'll be an easy call for the officials to make. And they didn't need to make that hit because Brown had already
Fouls on
missed the
Chrome,
ball.
number 5. 1 minute. Illegal body check. Play's going to be reviewed.
That's Mike Manley, and Mike Manley is one of those guys like Garrett Epple that when the ball's on the ground, he has one thing in his mind: clear the crease. And he is tough as nails, and he brings the body. Middle of the screen, number 5. Oof, yeah. They're going to call that high. See, Brown right here drops the ball. Manley's momentum. I don't think he had any malicious intent there. It's just the hit's hot. They're going to call that.
So Waterdogs.
Yeah, look at the head of Ryan Brown. You know that's a high hit. Again, I don't think this is malicious because his momentum is carrying him. It's not like he's headhunting. He's also taller.
Sideline play resumes. Waterdogs a 1-0 lead midway through this opening quarter. Ryan Conrad on the run. The lefty stings the corner. Ethan Walker, Denver's all-time leading scorer, just picks a corner and makes Chrome pay.
And that's his spot. Second-year player. Played for the legend Bill Tierney and hit the back of the net more than anyone in Pioneer history with lefty lasers. Time, room, bullseye.
Circles it to Zach Courier. Courier so good at creating his own shot. Does it! Right on the money. Goes low and buries it past Canoni. It's 3-0 Waterdogs.
This guy is a jack of all trades. He literally does everything. I mentioned earlier, he leads the league in non-face-off ground balls. But his offensive presence, every game he makes a play like this, like getting underneath defenders, re-dodging, and shooting with pressure on his back. Zach Courier is the ultimate lacrosse player. Like, there's nothing this guy can't do. And to take that shot with your balance up in the air, you lose your feet. That is all wrists, right? Like, he had no feet there.
Look at that.
Your shot is generated from your bottom. Like, you're...
Not much room, but Justin Anderson made it work. And Chrome cashes in on the Vineyard Vines power play.
This is just an old school overhand righty midfield goal. It's timeless. You catch it, you feel the pressure. Look at the release there. Complete overhand to the bottom corner. So you get Dylan Ward, the goalie, guessing, and he just stings that bottom corner. You heard it from up here when it hit the progressive net. I projected him as a nice utility guy. Now he's like an all-star level midfielder.
How about that? Sowers, the slam dunk finish. Kieran McCardle's hustle pays dividends for the Waterdogs.
Stacking little plays if you're Michael Sowers. You have JT Giles Harris, the eraser. How are both of Sowers' goals? Off ball. McCardle with a fantastic scoop, flip pass to Sowers camped out. I'm really impressed with Michael Sowers' ability to, he's such a fun player to watch. Like, talk about a spoiled Sunday. Lyle Thompson, then Michael Sowers.
Woo! And now Chrome getting in on the act. Dylan Malloy got those hands free, made Waterdogs pay.
He's a bull. 2016 Tewarton winner. Heisman Trophy of Lacrosse at Brown. That time he just slips it by Dylan Ward. And Malloy, kind of like a funky release too.
How physical the game is. Like these guys are hitting each other.
Big hit right there. These two teams very physical. Didn't matter for Chrome there. Tic-tac-toe to make it a one-goal game.
And this is what Brendan Nickturn gives you. Like the built-in automatic quarterback. He's a rookie. I thought he was drafted way too late. I had him as the third best prospect coming into the PLL. He goes at number 11, and he's a steal for the Chrome because his ability to find seams in a defense with passes like this. It's patience, it's a diagonal pass, and an easy finish for Jackson Morrill.
Well, has he head? That's a nice pass.
Seeing through.
But he has that rare ability, that unique ability, and he's trained himself to, oh my. Yep.
How about that hammer from two? Let it rip, Ryland Reese.
That's real, man. That is smoke. You saw Jared Newman, 118 miles in the All-Star game. When the long pole gets the leverage, sets their feet, and this is a team, they're second in the league in two-pointers for this reason. Their long poles can rip from deep, Dio.
Dude, I have a question. How far is that from like the top of that arc circle?
15.
So it's 15 yards?
Yeah, 15 yards.
Have you guys ever clocked it, how quickly that gets to the goalie? Because it feels like it's...
He's actually going up against his former teammate, JT Giles Harris.
Good pass.
And it leads to a goal. Brendan Nickturn to finish. The QB in the booth, he can diagnose a good pass when he sees it.
Yeah, Nickturn scores, but it looks like Zach Currier was a little banged up, and he is their most valuable player. He's a jack of all trades, runs the entire field. And to be honest with you, if there's one guy you can't afford to get hurt in this game, it's Zach Currier. Hopefully it's just a whack and not a twist. Looked like a stick to the right knee. But then the Chrome go in transition. And the beauty of this connection between Nickturn and Dylan Malloy, like both of those guys, line is the Stars, their numbers end up ballooning. Everyone gets to get into the action. Everyone's eating. Everyone's
good
getting
cut,
foot.
dude.
And another pass right on the money.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's where Nickturn flourishes. Played for Joe Alberici at Army West Point. I saw him as a freshman, and I was like, this dude is different. Like, he plays like Rob Pennell because he's physical, above goal line extended, but he's got the vision to identify cutters, like the cutters in terms of the instincts and the sixth sense of where guys are moving.
Yeah.
He's giving him that ball prior to that guy releasing out of the cut.
Who's in the lineup? Flamethrower, and we're tied at 6. Make it 3 in a row for Chrome.
I'm laying out. Break it down, Dio.
All right.
Dude, that's a seed. First of all, I love the spacing, right? You get the X position behind the cage, and everybody just stays in their spacing. There's not like this restrictive area. Who's this? 20, hang back. Ooh.
To McIntosh.
No
Boom.
eyes behind. McIntosh catch, and a little bit of a high laser top right corner.
Got your back, so you're playing different when Dylan Ward's in the cage.
Curling around, this time Ward guessed the wrong way. Jackson Morrill fires Chrome in front.
The one thing I'll say, when Logan Wisnauskas isn't in the lineup and Jackson Morrill is, you really have three attackmen who could dodge from X. Logan wants nothing to do with this type of a pattern. He's staying on the lefty high wing. Morrill is more of a chameleon. He doesn't have like a superpower like Wisnauskas does as a shooter, but he can beat defenders on poor approaches with his right or
30 miles an hour from Manley, but off target. The windup. Still time, 10 seconds. What can McCardle do? Here's Kieran McCardle in attack mode, stings the corner to tie it at 7.
Dude, I love that the little like lean into his body to create a little bit of separation.
You're speaking my language too. It's the lean and then it's deception. This shot has so much deception. When I see him moving, I think he's shooting low.
Okay.
So
Why, right on this move?
Yeah, because right now his body lean right now, just naturally it's easier to go across your body and shoot low there with pressure.
Ah, so you're saying low left.
Yeah,
so, and he goes
left.
high left.
And he goes high left.
Yeah.
And Scanoni in the cage too, I think is hedging that way.
Does he shorten his stick there on purpose? See how he shortens, like see how his hands are so close? He brings both hands up almost to the top of the cage.
He does, and if Connor Kelly and Ryan Brown. So the inside at the very least should be open because teams should be pressing out at these guys. Like those are big time outside shooters on this unit.
On the Vineyard Vines power play, Waterdogs. No look pass, Sowers the finish. Are you kidding me?
No, we're not kidding because that's exactly what happens when you have defenders who are worried about the outside on the power play. Where are the opportunities? The layups. Right?
That pass was gross.
The power was amazing. The power play was amazing from the perspective of the pass of Kieran McCardle. He just threads that to the backside.
Sowers the finish of a terrific feed from McCardle. Still about 30 seconds left with an extra man on the field. Great feed, squeezing it into Jackson Morrill. Quick stick finish to tie it at 8. So two teams get a Vineyard Vines power play, and they both cash in with the extra man. Let's go under the helmet. Powered by Sun Clarella.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind going inside. I'd rather keep moving. Because 1-4 gets too stale.
Hey, Brendan, it's Kark in the booth. I hear you
I
talking.
said it,
I don't think he hears me. I think we're having some technical difficulties under the helmet with Nick Turn. We're hearing him. He's not hearing us.
But you can tell he was pretty pumped up after.
What can negate all that is Dylan Ward in the cage. I mean, he has the ability to completely change and tilt the game with insane saves like that.
Right on cue. I don't know where that hit on Dylan Ward, but it was enough to keep it out of the back of the net. That's 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And Chantel, you're over on the sideline taking a look at Michael Sowers.
Yes, I am. Michael is hanging out in some shade, very limited amount of shade, so he's actually right underneath one of our cameras.
Scoop finish, Ryan Conrad fires the Waterdogs in front. I didn't even see Sowers leave the field,
there
so we'll get more from Chantel as we take a look at Sowers.
I'm gassed looking at him, man. Like, these guys are emptying the tank at Fairfield U in Fairfield, Connecticut. The effort, the creativity, and the overall skill has been on display. Waterdogs are up by 1 with a beautiful trick shot by Ryan Conrad.
Who's got gas left in the tank? That's the
Zach
question.
Courier. That guy can run all day long. I'm putting my money on 77.
Conrad got the hands free. Scanoni's been really locked into. That's 11 saves for Scanoni.
Flow of an offense, and he knows when to deliver it to a teammate coming off a cut.
This one, he takes himself a bullet to the back of the net to tie it at 9.
Here's the deal. Do you remember in the third quarter I said eventually they're going to play him as a passer? And what is he going to do? He's going to beat him as a Dodger. Brendan Nickturn is about as dual threat as they come. Look at the placement of that shot. That shot did not have gas, but that little step towards the middle of the field and then to come out.
Back to even strength.
This is what I want.
Here's Nickturn. 4 assists, 2 goals today. Gets the hands free and stings the corner. Brendan Nickturn fires Chrome back on top.
Okay, so Brendan Nickturn, as I just mentioned, is the best player on the field right now, and they are worried about him being a passer, right? So the slide isn't there, and it's there late. So what does he do? He just continues to get to the middle of the field to increase his angle. In the first half, he was masterful as a passer. In the second...
And here's Ryan Tarafenko. Waterdogs on empty. Great save, wow. Dylan Ward keeping the Waterdogs in it. Does feel like Chrome has a little more energy left in the...
Shuffling positions out of their flow.
Great opportunity. McCardle has Chrome hung up at X. The feed, Walker, Scanoni kept it out. Here's McCardle. Going for 2, Scanoni the save. Going for the lead instead of the tie. The rebound flying in. The bouncer goes. Waterdogs tie it at 10. And it's Connor Kelly, the Connecticut native in his home state, who ties it at 10.
I'm looking in the stands right now, and I see a bunch of Kelly jerseys standing up. He grew up right in this area and dreamed of making plays in professional lacrosse. And when his team's back was against the wall and there was no gas left, he found 2 shots. The 2-pointer, which was a good stop by Scanoni.
Connor Farrell, Jake Withers, potentially for the final time. Farrell emerges, goes to goal. Just missed. 30 seconds to work with for Chrome, though. Nickturn there on the restart.
This is the way this weekend should end. If you watch the 4 PLL games, this is the way it should end.
It has delivered here in Fairfield. On the run, deflected, still with Chrome. 15 seconds left in regulation. Trying to get the hands free. Aaron pass, Waterdogs. Could they win it at the wire? 5 seconds left. Almost inches away. 2 seconds. And we are headed to overtime. Tied at 10 at the end of the 4th quarter. Waterdogs emptied the tank to tie it. They're going to have to find some more, Paul.
This is nuts. There's 14 field players left. They're absolutely gassed. Nothing left in the tank.
Overtime. And Waterdogs come out of it.
Who gets the ground ball? The best. Whoa!
Dispossessed yard sale. Look out. What a save. Salama almost won it with a takeaway and then a goal. This weekend deserves. We've had 4 awesome games, and now a game winner, a golden goal by the Connecticut native. Connor Kelly wins it for Waterdogs.
Connor Kelly, Connecticut native, answers the bell with the tying goal, and now the winner. Played midfield the entire season. No Michael Sowers in the second half. No Ryan Brown. Who do you go to? You move Connor Kelly to the attack spot. Out of his comfort zone. He never operates from back there. That is Michael Sauer's territory. But it shows you when a lacrosse play needs to be made, you go back to the basic fundamentals. Extending your angles. Coming above goal line extended with your offhand. They give him his left. Connor Kelly's a natural righty. Everyone is pushing him to his left. Not only does he switch positions, he scores the game winner out of his comfort zone. From behind and with his offhand. Props to 40 in purple.
We said it many times. Waterdogs were out of gas, and yet the Connecticut native grew up 20 minutes from here, found a way to win. He tied the game, and then he won the game.